Hi, this is Tarot Off the Cuff, and my name is Kevin Quigley. Janis Garan comes to the tarot from a career in information technology. She believes in personal empowerment and clear vision. She also is the creator of the Tarot Salon Detroit, which gives tarot readers a venue to come together, share their skills and stories, in addition to giving her an excuse to bake lots of cookies for large groups of people.
Well, hi there, everybody. This is Janis Garan with Tarot Off the Cuff. Today, I'm going to be using a deck called The Darkness of Light Tarot, which was illustrated and produced by a man who I do not know, but his name is Tony DiMauro, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, D-I-M-A-U-R-O, who apparently is a graphic design professor, illustrator, and gallery artist in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I love this deck, and without further ado, I'm going to shuffle it 3 times, and we will pick a card to see what we're supposed to be talking about. All right. One of the reasons I chose this deck, by the way, there's shuffle number 2, is because it was gifted to me by one of my favorite clients. Gotta love a client that gives you a deck. All right, shuffle number 3. Let's see, what do the viewers of Tarot Off the Cuff most need to know at this time for their highest good today? We'll go with the card off the top. 8 of Cups reversed. So, okay, first of all, I have to say that I love that I pulled this card for you because it illustrates how beautiful the deck is. The deck looks very dark in that there's a lot of darkness of light tarot, but within the dark there's always light, and within the light there's always dark. That is not a piece of wisdom from me, although I guess it's coming not through me, but it's literally on the website that I looked at just to double check the deck before I used it for you. And the idea is in the darkest of times, there's good, and in the best of times, enjoy the best of times, because after that, we know life is this kind of, not so much a roller coaster, but an ebb and flow. So enjoy the good because it often changes as well. What do I most need to tell you as tarot curious people, or even potential new tarot readers? Honestly, let's go with that theme, that in darkness there's light, in light there is darkness, and that each tarot reading may reflect that. So I feel it's our job as a reader, when you are seeing difficulties in a person's life, so I do this for a living, you may have a happy person come in, sit down, hey, how you doing? Oh, the weather's great outside, happy to be here, can't wait, had a reading before, never had a reading before, whatever the small chit chat is. But once they sit down, if you're at all intuitive, you may be able to pick up on their energy, like, ooh, I see a happy face in front of me, but I feel sadness. If you don't feel that, and that's okay, when I first started as a reader, I was very much going off the meanings of the cards themselves, and that will get you through, absolutely. But let me warn you, the more you read, the more you use the tarot, the more your intuition opens up. Perhaps the more intuitive and sensitive you become to energy, the more you will be able to feel what's going on with a person, even if they have a happy face on. So, we do not know whether a reading's going to be happy or sad, quote, good or bad. And it's our job as a reader just to go with the flow and just to be there. So within the darkest of readings, I have had readings with people who have lost their children to, and not to get morose here, but it's a reality that we live in, to overdose, to suicide, to I've read for people who have had their children, their loved ones murdered, for Pete's sake, and it's not at all who you might think. This can happen to anyone, and not to put fear out there. I'm not a person who wants to live in fear at all, but you never know who's going to show up with what difficulties and what they carry with them. And tarot readings are kind of magic, in my opinion, in that you as the reader may not have any clue the difficulties this person is going through, but, and we're going to talk about the converse when things are very light as well, so bear with me, hang in here with me. But when things are difficult, the tarot will let you know. And often, I feel, if this person is here for maybe one reading in their lifetime, so not everybody wants to come to readers frequently, that's fine. Whatever works for a client is fine by me. Sometimes I think the universe will use that opportunity to bring something profound to that person. And that's going to be coming through the cards. That's going to be coming through you as a reader. And I want you to be open to that. Also, we have to gauge how open somebody is to wanting to talk about difficult things or not. So sometimes people will come in like, oh, I'm just here for fun. Fantastic. Cards show us some difficult things, some negative things. Touch on them. See what the person has to say. Oh, well, I'm not here to talk about that. Honor that. That's okay. The fact that you said it and brought it out, well, just so you know, I just want to show you that's playing very greatly in your reading. If you ever want to talk about that with me, someone else, we can do that another time. I totally respect what you're saying at this point. What would you like to look at? Or look down and come up with something good, lighter, right? Sometimes people are ready to go there, even if they didn't know they were. Sometimes you're like, oh, I see you've had great, profound loss. It looks like something's making you very sad. Tears, right? That's a good thing. And that's why I always have Kleenex in the room, just in case. So you really have to go with the flow. You really have to look for the lightness in the dark and the dark in the lightness. So if it's a heavy reading and heavy reading and heavy reading, at least at the end of it, I always look for something positive to leave someone with. And maybe it's just the reminder that sometimes there are just dark times. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. And in fact, it's raining out there today, which is one reason why I got out a deck that I love. And I love the colors in, but there's not much color. And there's not much color in the sky outside right now as I'm talking to you. So sometimes, by the way, side note, you can pick your deck based on how you're feeling that day, how the weather is going that day, the season of the year. I know people who use seasonal cards. But let's go to something I said I'd go to before our time is up. So we always give light in a time of darkness, right? But acknowledging the darkness if that's what's being shown. When things are really light, let's celebrate that too. Of course. Oh my gosh, your new job and your new love, and you just bought a new house and you're pregnant. I mean, and they wanted it. These are wonderful things to celebrate. Celebrate with people. And this is not a time to be like, but you know, here comes something bad. But just maybe remind them, I'm so glad this is a wonderful time for you. Enjoy it, because we all know life has ups and downs. So I'm so happy for you. Enjoy. And honestly, a lot of times I will see people who have like depression and anxiety. And it seems to me that those two things, which honestly both run in my family, thank you, genetics, even in the best times, for people who have anxiety or depression, they're always waiting for that shoe to drop. They may have trouble enjoying the happiness. If you happen to see that or feel or whatever that, ooh, I have a feeling this person tends toward anxiety or depression, you can always ask that as well. Like, I feel a little bit of a like, vibe around you? Do you, either we've had too much coffee today, which happens to me, or do I feel a little bit of like anxiety? Do you tend to run kind of at a higher speed, perhaps, than other people? You're revving higher than other people. And if they acknowledge that, remind them, so hey, look, I am seeing nothing but good here. And I know for people that have anxiety and depression, sometimes we're afraid to trust that or believe in it. That's our timer, so I'll wrap up in a second. Always good to have timers during readings, by the way. Remind them, hey, I know you tend toward those things. You're probably waiting for another shoe to drop. Acknowledge their humanity. If it's true, acknowledge, hey, I'm the same way. But honestly, today, what I'm seeing is good. So revel in it. And if and when something challenging comes along, because we know life again, right? But for now, then come back and see me. We'll talk about that. But honestly, right now, just enjoy. And we sometimes need to remind people of that as well. So my tarot friends, that's what I'm getting today with the Darkness of Light Tarot, the 8 of Cups. Beautiful card. I wish you the best tarot on, everybody. And thank you for joining Janis Garan with Tarot Off the Cuff. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi, thanks for watching. This is Kevin Quigley with Tarot Off the Cuff. If you can take a second, click the subscribe button down below. That'll let you know when a new video is posted and you might want to jump over and watch it. If you hit the thumbs up for the videos that you really like, that will help spread the word so new people will find Tarot Off the Cuff in their feed, and that helps the channel grow. That would be great. And if you got a question or a comment, positive or negative, whether you agree or disagree, or if you want to add information or your own take on a particular card or a particular topic, put a comment down below. We would love to hear from you. Thanks so much.